Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mimi Duatitan of the Lily's Bakery. In today's video, I will be decorating a 3-layered 8-inch cake in buttercream. So first, I'm truing off the top of my red velvet cake. I'll trim it off until it's properly layered before I begin to apply my buttercream to the cake. After layering my buttercream onto the cake, I'll add the second layer of cake and then I'll repeat the process after spreading out the buttercream onto the second layer. I'll do the same with the third layer. Once I check the balance, I'll trim off the excess and I'll begin to crumb coat my cake. While crumb coating, I would make sure that the buttercream covers the entire cake while I'm crumb coating, so as there'll be no crumbs left hanging after I have finished crumb coating. The crumb coating stage is important as this helps lock in the crumbs, and if you would want to prevent seeing crumbs when you're done decorating the entire cake, it would be very advisable to crumb coat so as there'll be no crumbs when you're done decorating the cake. Once I'm done with the crumb coat, I'll begin to apply generous amounts of buttercream onto the cake like so. Sorry, I missed the part where I began to apply buttercream to the top. But then once I have enough at the top, I'll just turn my turntable around until my palette knife does the work of smoothing the top. And once I'm done spreading the buttercream to the top, I'll begin to apply generous amounts of the buttercream to the sides of the cake. I will do this until the buttercream have covered the entire cake. It is important to always apply generous amounts at this stage so that when it's time for you to smoothen out the cake or comb it out, it will be easy and straightforward. So the aim is to apply a generous amount of buttercream and also make sure that the buttercream is being evenly spread out. It needs to be evenly spread out to make the work swift and easy. So at this stage, my buttercream is almost evenly spread out. And then the next stage is to use my cake comb to comb out the cake. So here I'll just slightly use my comb to go around the cake, and I will do this repeatedly until I'm satisfied with the turnout of the cake. Here I'm just checking to see if the cake is straight and also clean enough. And since I'm not satisfied, I'll go over it one more time. The next stage is adding some roses to the cake. These are red silk roses, which I'm adding to the cake. I'll also follow it with some red fox balls. I'll add about 3 fox balls onto the cake just to give it beauty and make it look bright. And next off to go onto the cake will be some silver sugar balls. I'll carefully add this silver sugar balls onto the cake, and I'll make sure that it goes around the cake. At this stage, I'm being very careful so that my hand does not poke into the cake and make a dent on the cake. So at this stage, you would want to be careful. If you're a beginner, you would want to be careful when placing the sugar balls onto your cake so you do not poke your cake. At this stage, I'm being very careful so that my hand does not touch the cake because you know it's buttercream and a little touch will just poke your cake. So you need to be as careful as possible so that you do not end up poking your cake. Once I'm just done arranging it in specific areas, I follow up to randomly throw the sugar balls onto the cake so as it could sit in different areas of the cake. And once I'm done, the next thing I'll do is to add in my happy birthday topper onto the cake. And at that point, it was covering the flower, so I had to shift it behind. And guys, our cake is ready. And before we go, I decided to add some bigger sugar balls onto the top of the cake so as the design will look uniform and a lot more interesting. So if you love my video, please make sure to subscribe. Also share with a friend who is new into cake decorating. See you in our next video. Bye.